Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Drawn Talk. It's your boy Tyler. Man, guys, those of you who watched last night, it was a bit of a dumpster fire. We're grateful that it's over. We're moving on from the drama. We're gonna have a silly goose time tonight. We're making comics. We're talking comics. We're having a good time. So we had almost 100 people watching the show last night. That was crazy. We have 13 beautiful people watching right now. We got Nicholas Mueller, Rebel Gaming, my boy LP. Catch his show after this show. It's going to be a good one. Peter Palmiotti, Matt Krotz, Sky, Chewy KJ, Alan Ellsworth, Brian Ball. So yeah, guys, we're going to have a good freaking show. Real quick, let me just I always forget to do this. Let me do this. Everyone, thank you so much for the Patreons. Patreon.com/DrawnTalk. $4 or $5 a month. You can see all the behind the scenes content that we put out. Thank you, Rolam, Mobies, Leonard Cassiano, Andrew Rodriguez, John 3, Alan Ellsworth, Paul Tucker, Wendy Gale, Joshua Burris, Patrick Gerald, David Benson, Christopher Cronk, and Allison McGlone. Thank you guys so much for being part of the Patreon. Like I said, $1 or $5 gets you in. And then once again, guys, Chefs Culinary Heroes Earth Force. It's what we're working on. Starting in October, I'm going to be doing the writing in September. I also got a free comic for you guys coming up soon. And then here's the penis spaghetti that I drew. It wasn't supposed to be a penis. Justin Ori told me it was a penis. This is just a test panel, but this is what to expect for that comic coming in 2021. Super excited. But now let's bring on my two guests. Super awesome people that I respect, that I've been following their model, and I go, man, how can I follow this? And let's just bring them on right here. We got Luther, and we got Trent, and we got Brian Ball in the house. How are you guys doing?
Belta Loda!
Dude,
Dun, dun, dun.
I'm so excited about that.
Also, I love this profile pic. It's my new one.
You look so scary. You look like you know something that you're not supposed to.
Oh, I do. What I do.
Do you think you're gonna turn your camera back on, or just keep it like this?
Oh,
I
I'm
want to
waiting
know
for
if we're
like
gonna get I want to see a crawling video again. That was
Oh
funny.
shit!
a crawling
Them
in my
Short little
skin.
legs of his.
Hey, whoa. Hey, look. I used to jump out of airplanes. I lost 2 feet in height, so
What?
eat my ass, right?
Okay.
And real quick, everyone, for those who think this is going to be a family-friendly show like we normally do, tonight's not that night. Viewer discretion advised. Guys, this is the team behind the hit comic book, RAGS. Let me share my screen. RAGS. If you guys haven't seen this beautiful redhead, then I don't know. I don't know if you're on social
redhead?
media. I don't know if you're on social media or if you're not following indie comics. But guys, tell us about RAGS. And before we get into how you guys created the platform that you did, how did RAGS even start?
Well, it was in theory supposed to be just a webcomic, and I think we should go back further than that. It was technically a Left 4 Dead fanfic that we were incredibly drunk when we came up with the idea for.
Like the video game Left 4 Dead?
Yes, the video game Left 4 Dead 2. It is very widely known that I'm very adversarial when I play Left 4 Dead 2. I will set you on fire. I will do anything I can to make sure I live because
You're the worst
I'm the black
teammate.
guy of the group.
He's
I'm the best
terrible.
teammate. Fuck you. I'm the best teammate because the black guy must live, and I stick to this rule. So sometimes Trent's a little slow. Sometimes Trent wants to go and look at stuff and take in the scenery. So I just light him on fire. Just to
Let
help
me
him.
let me add something into this. When Trent's a little slow, that means I'm being mobbed by a horde, and Brian's like, "Lol, good luck," and then he just fucking saunters off into the wind.
Brian's
Because
the
black
guy.
guy must live.
Brian's the guy who we're all going and we go.
Too many times have my people died at the end of horror movies.
Oh my
and we
God.
have this trope that black guy always die first. No, black guy must live. And that
Brian
is
sees
what I'm trying to
the
bring
three
about.
white guy, the three white characters go like try to sneak around the witch, and then he from a distance shoots her.
Damn right.
Oh God.
So you guys started it off with this is supposed to be a fanfic, and it clearly escalated into something much bigger.
Oh, escalate to understatement.
It was kind of a weird situation. One day Brian's like, I have this idea, and here's the idea. It wasn't a good idea. However,
It was shit.
we were able to come together and mold it into something that was supposed to be just kind of, and it wasn't supposed to be this in depth. There wasn't supposed to be this much lore because we had a shit ton of Brian went fucking crazy and he wrote everything. I mean, absolutely everything. And it was supposed to be just kind of like small webcomics here and there that progressed forward. And then it got involved.
It got involved.
Involved.
All right, how so? How so?
How did that happen?
I don't know. It just happened.
We kind of came up with the prologue, which was supposed to kind of lay a foundation of how everything was working and what was going to be happening. And from there on out, people started harassing us for physicals and wouldn't stop. And then next thing you know, Brian's like, I have an idea. Let's do this. I'm like, oh, right on. Okay. And
Why not?
I was very, I don't really care for the publicity so much. So I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down to help you out. And I was like, just leave my name off of everything. And he was like, okay. And sure as shit, he didn't listen. Who knew? And my name was plastered on everything. And then it just kind of kept growing from there. It was a very strange situation.
It was very strange. So about the prologue. So I think how many times did we rewrite that thing? 8 times.
Oh my god, dude! It changed so many times.
Yeah, because originally it was supposed to be just a random no-name chick at a sporting goods store, and then every time get a new piece of clothing, and then a grabby boy would just rip that off, and you'd have to find it a new one, and that was kind of the running gag.
Oh, see, but I think you're forgetting one. The original was some chick taking a shower.
Right.
And she heard a sound in her house and goes out and there's a zombie in there. So she just saunters off out of the door butt naked. Didn't grab a towel or anything. I'm like, well, this is weird. And
which, by the way, is my biggest fear of dying. Is I don't want to get murdered naked.
No one ever does. I think I was actually borrowing from the Dawn of the Dead remake.
Yeah, you were. But
so I was borrowing from that, and then we used that as a base, and we just ran from there.
In the very beginning, she just basically never had clothing on. Just never found clothing. And I'm like, well, this is weird. There's clothing everywhere. I'm like, there's towels, there's blankets. We can come up with a solution to make it so she ends up naked. That was kind of the whole thing, is she just gets naked. It was supposed to be kind of a joke. And now we got this serious fucking comic book. I don't understand what happened.
You goofed, but so you guys.
It's kind of like we started off with. Sorry, but it's kind of like we started off trying to make Debbie Does Dallas and ended up with Hotel Rwanda.
Goddamn.
So, from what I've heard from people who have read RAGS, I've only read the prologue, and I need to get on this. Is that, everyone reads the prologue and goes, "Oh, this is just a funny satire comic," and then they keep reading and they go, "Oh my gosh, there's so much to this comic. Yeah. There's so much emotion. There's so many story arcs." And it's funny because when I first read the prologue RAGS, I was like, that was a fun book. I don't know if I'm gonna keep going. And then last week when I heard Matt Krotz talking about it, and I heard other people talking about it, they're like, no, you can't just read the prologue. You read the other stuff, and you're gonna be shocked by how intense and how emotional it is. So Flip, that's as a marketing person, that might be bad marketing on your guys' part.
Or it's genius marketing, because it's actually meant to. The whole entire book is meant to troll you now. That's where we ended up with, because we're trolls ourselves in a way. So a lot of people will tell you oh, this is just The Walking Dead with tits, right?
Oh god, that's my favorite.
Oh, it's my favorite one. Or this is just a Walking Dead parody. But then you actually start looking at Regina's quote unquote hero's journey and everything that she goes through. I mean, it's not just she's not running around showing her vagina in people's faces just because she wants to. It's like the entire time she's not outright saying, "I've made the dumbest mistake of my life,"
Oh boy.
up until the end. But the way she's reacting to people is like, "I just made like the stupid mistake. Can I just get some pants so I can get some dignity, so I can think about all the dumb decisions I made from from like then to now, but it just never comes to fruition."
That's hilarious.
The
We got
poor
Matt
girl.
Krotz, by the way, saying, I feel like Brian is sitting cross-legged like Genghis
He
Khan.
is
I am
100%.
I am actually
Oh.
sitting. Whoa, hold on.
You see it out of the camera.
Yeah,
Is this in your OnlyFans? Oh my god.
I'm actually sitting like this.
Yo, that's too much skin for this stream.
He's like, oh, my knees hurt. I don't understand why. Oh, hi, Brian.
Oh, hi, boys.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck.
So, okay, so you guys come up with this prologue, and then you guys decide to put out the first issue, and you have two versions.
Yeah,
the complete
so,
nude version and then the censored version.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so the idea behind that one was, you know, if this stupid thing that we ever did ever got popular, it would probably get pirated. So how do we fight piracy and at the same time still, you know, keep to, you know, the spirit of the book? And we figured like, okay, well, why don't we just throw these really bad photoshopped bunnies across the nudity because they look like shit. Just make it like really terribly photoshopped, and so if anybody pirated it, it's like, okay, you know, so you pirated like the badly photoshopped shit. No one gives a fuck.
Mhm.
But you know, if you really wanted to see like the uncensored stuff, here's our Patreon. If you know, you could throw us a little cheddar, and we can just put this out a little bit faster. And that was kind of like the idea. I was actually paying out of pocket for issues 1 through 2, so those were already paid up prior to the prologue even getting released. So it was coming out whether people wanted it or not. And so the idea was like, hey, if you like this thing and you want to see it come out faster, join the Patreon, and then I can actually throw more money to the artist to keep drawing monthly rather than, you know, we'll put out a couple pages a month. Well, rather than like 5 pages a month, you know, we can get them to do more than that over 3 months, and we have get the product to people faster.
Gotcha. So let's talk about that now. Let me pull it up, you guys. So this is your guys' Patreon. By the way, guys, I'm going to put the link in the description for you guys. Let's talk about your Patreon, because this is a model. So right now, guys, a lot of indie comics creators are doing the model of I create a comic, or I have an idea for a comic. I have a couple pages already, and I crowdfund it. And either in 2 or 3 months you're going to get your book, or maybe you're going to get your book in a year. Or for some people, you're just never going to get your book.
Or you might find your book at Walmart before you actually get it.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
Oh.
No chill. No chill. Have no chill. No fucking chill. Because there's absolutely no way, no reasoning 68 pages should take you 2 years. None.
Coming from a
None.
professional artist as well.
We're 2 drunk retards and a black guy. I mean,
What?
and what?
That applies the third one. What?
What? Anyway, the point being, if us being with our group dynamic can pull this off, could pull almost 50 pages off within like a couple months, there's absolutely no way a professional artist should take that long
For a chicken book.
Bakak.
Yeah. So I've been seeing a lot of discussion on Twitter on, is there a way to move on from crowdfunding? Matt Krotz put a Twitter post out today, I think yesterday, print on demand. I know John Della Rose does Amazon print on demand for some of his comics. Doug Garrett, I think, is moving on to doing just his Etsy store. And then something Matt, we were talking about it on the Matriarchy the other night as well, on what's the future on indie comics. And Patreon for me is something that I've said a bunch, where I'd like to make a Patreon exclusive comic where you can only get it on Patreon, and you pay $5 a month and you get a digital comic every month, and then at the end of the year you'll get the physical edition, and you guys are doing something like that with your guys' Patreon. So if you guys want to explain that, go for it.
Okay, so basically, we have our Patreon set at like the lowest cost to print and ship to people. So you'll see like we have the $1 stuff for digital. So throw us $1, and we can get you digital stuff for $1. That's no problem, right? $5 a month, that actually covers the printing of the book. $10 is going to cover like the printing and shipping. But that is if we kept the book at 24 pages at a time. But what you'll see is what you'll learn. Right. But actually the reason why those are sold out is actually a different story, and we'll come back to that. Okay. But what we quickly found out was like our page count wasn't a normal comic book page count, because a normal comic book page count's like 20 pages, and then there's some ads, and it ends up being like 24 pages, including the front and back cover. Ours will go from 24 to 36 to 48 to 56. So we're all over the place with our page count, because we don't write this. No consistency in our page count, because
unprofessional.
We're so unprofessional because we didn't write this for it to go to print. It was just, here's your web chapter for the next 3 to 6 weeks. Enjoy it. But we had people who kept harassing us like, your book looks cool, but I'm not going to read it because I don't read digital and I only read physical copies. And so we're like, okay, how do we solve this problem? Because the normal method for getting physical copies done is like you print, like you take $2,000, you run to Print Ninja, get their minimum $500 print count, and then you're stuck with 500 copies of this thing that you may or may not sell, right? And it just takes up storage space and whatnot. So I did, God, how many months was that? It was like 6 or 7 months where I was just running around trying to find a printer that could print what I needed when I needed it.
How many months? Come on, dude. You don't know
it
how to use Google?
It was like 6 to 7 months. Well, it's the problem isn't like so we didn't know a damn thing when we started. So we didn't have really anybody helping us. Like we were like really fresh and new to the game. So when we were trying to ask people questions, we were just told, LOL, use Print Ninja. But you go to Print Ninja, like Print Ninja has like a minimum print count of like
500, I think.
Yeah, 500. And who here's got like $2,000 just sitting around to print 500 copies, right? So it was like trying to figure out like, okay, so what printer could we use that is going to be a decent enough quality to ship to people, and then we'll ship it for us, because we didn't. We both work blue collar jobs. I work like 2 jobs at a time. So it was like, where do we find the printer that's going to work best for us? And then finally we found the printer, and we're like, oh my God, this might actually work. And so we had the Prologue out, and we were originally selling it digitally for just like 99 cents. And and the reasoning behind that was like, there's absolutely no reason why a digital book should cost you more than $1. Mm-hmm. I mean, if you're talking $3.99 up, you should be holding that thing in your hands. So we were trying to balance between, giving this people for what we thought it was worth, and just making the barrier for entry very, very low. So finally, we found the printer, and we ran into the issue of like, oh well, I see the digital's 99 cents, but you're offering the book plus shipping for two times the amount of what it would cost. And like, I'm sorry, I didn't account for international shipping. Absolutely sorry for that. Which that actually became like a new hurdle that we didn't account for, because we figured like, oh, we just be popular in America.
Which, by the way, that like all these things, every new creator goes through this. Crap. How do I find a printer? How do I find a small printer? Oh crap. How do I price this right? Oh crap. Why is international shipping so expensive? And it's like, as new creators, you're just like, there's always just a oh crap moment at the very beginning, because there's no guide. Like, maybe we should crowdfund a guide.
Yeah,
the first top 10 hurdles that are going to make you want to quit indie comics.
Oh shit.
Okay, so you got international. So you got international
So once we figured out, oh wait, like every time we ship internationally, we just figure like, yeah, we're eating all that money. Like it's not profit. That's absolutely like zero profit. So, but we found a kind of like a happy medium where it's not really, we're not really eating the whole cost, but we're also not making any money off of it. So all of our international backers on Patreon, you're just kind of getting it at cost plus postage. And then we eat whatever's left over, and it's usually like $5 or $10. It's like whatever. But yeah, like figuring all that out, and then all of a sudden, we ended up getting picked up by Antarctic Press, which was key, right?
Nice.
Oh God, yeah, that was a day too.
That was a day. That was a very good day. So that was also a key part of our success that some people just don't realize. But
No, I was talking with Tim Lim and Mark Pellegrini, and they were the one. And I know my friend Larry Niobe really is going for Antarctic, and I didn't know like how awesome they were as a company. I just thought, oh,
they're the coolest people ever, man. They're so nice, and like it's oddly weird too because like just generally being nice. Like I was streaming a lot at the time. And fucking AP started shouting out my Twitch channel and shit like that. And I was like, wait, you guys are watching? And they're like making jokes about my streams that
awesome.
only people who would watch the streams would get. I'm like, all right, well, I love you guys. Like, I love you all. They're a really cool company.
And they've been like my dream publisher since I was a kid. I have a ton of Antarctic Press comics. I'll probably have to crawl around.
This is good. This is exciting.
Oh, zoom in on them.
I'll have to. No, I'm not crawling. I
need another avatar. Oh shit!
I'm not crawling. I am not crawling. If you guys don't know, I'm in the middle of moving, so my place is kind of like my room's kind of a mess. But I have a ton of Antarctic Press comics, and a lot of those actually had influence on the RAGS lore and whatnot, and a lot of the video games I played through over the years. So getting hooked up with like the publisher you admired as a kid was like the best thing. And sometimes they're like, yeah, we're going to be sad when you guys go and start working for Marvel. I'm like, fuck Marvel.
Oh, fuck that.
Those guys couldn't afford me. I'd much rather prefer to do my own thing.
And here's the thing that a lot of indie creators don't take account for, because right now we're this big wave of excitement on crowdfunding. You win when you can get into a comic book store.
Mm-hmm. That's the win.
You win when anyone can grab your book. Anyone. And people aren't talking about that.
There's 2 comic book stores in my city. One told me that they were going to order in my comic for me, like just for me, and not even to stock their shelf, because they're like, we don't stock AP. I'm like, that's fine. But they're like, we'll order it for you. They fucking didn't, so that place can fuck themselves. However, there's a small comic shop in town here who has been here since early 80s. And this guy, I went in there one day, I was looking for comic book sleeves. And sure as shit, my comic's in there. And I'm like, dude, you stock this? He's like, oh, I love rags. I'm like, I'm Trent Luther. That's me. He was like, fuck yourself. I'm like, what? He's like, I don't believe you. I'm like, dude, I'm dead serious. This is my comic book. And I started showing him shit. And it was really cool because like a little crowd gathered, and like, dude, I just talked with people who aren't into like the comic book political scene, and it was wonderful. It was like the greatest experience of my life, man. I liked it.
So you're telling me that when you're not on Twitter and you actually meet people and talk to them face to face, that you guys can be friends?
It turns out that all that shit on Twitter doesn't exist in real life.
Shut up.
It's super weird. Yeah, it's fucking wild. Who knew? I don't like leaving my house. I had no idea.
Oh my stars. Yeah, it's no, it's true. Like you get off Twitter and you're gonna realize no one cares about all the comics Twitter. People just want to read good. People just want to read good comics. I mean, like I showed at the beginning, I'm working on that new superhero food book, Culinary Heroes Earth Force. Once I finish the graphic novel, I want to pitch it to AP. They're my first. They're my first place. If they don't take it, that's cool. But that's the place that I want to try after, like you guys, Larry Higgins, Niobe, really going for it, and he's like opened my eyes on a lot of things, and also like good people like Tim Lin, Mark Pellegrini, and Matt Weldon, and they're like,
So,
go for it.
look, I'm just I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I need to say this. Tim Lim is a goddamn saint. That man is a saint. He is. I like to say, as far as Timothy Lim goes, he is the light in your darkest hour. He's pretty much like the Matrix, the Autobot Matrix of leadership. That is Timothy Lim. Between him and Matt Weldon is also just a sweetheart. I love them both.
Oh, dude, they're so nice.
They're so nice.
I had them on my stream, and I was like, "Hey guys, we're streaming." I go, "Hey, real quick, I just gotta go check on my baby. His ear is hurting," and Matt and Tim's like, "Oh, that's my profession. Bring him bring him onto your lab. Tell me his symptoms." Like on the stream, he goes, "What color's his ear? Is he doing this? Does he have a fever like this? If he has this is what you need to do." And I was like, "Oh my gosh." You just like diagnosed my kid for free, and then we took him to the doctor, and they're like, "Yeah, that you had an ear infection. How did you guys know?" I'm like, "Well," so
yeah, man,
$2.99 real quick.
Treasure.
Andrew
really
Rowland, the girl reminds me of Rangiku from Bleach.
Rangaku.
And then Jackie D for $2. Your art ain't good enough for AP, bruh. Oh, I hurt my feelings.
Well,
But I'm gonna go for it.
Do it anyways, dude.
Yeah, fuck it, do it. Fido. Like you'll hear us say this a lot. Fido, Fido. That means fuck it, drive on.
Yep.
They just do it regardless of people. Like one of the things we did as far as crowdfunding is concerned, because we're we're a very unique group where we didn't crowdfund anything. Like even if like Patreon tanks, I'm still paying for this out of pocket to make sure this happens, right? We were going to make this book happen in spite of people, whether they wanted it or not. So we kind of just removed failure out of the equation. And even most recently, like with the Kickstarter that we did, which, oh my god, I can't believe that hit.
Yeah, dude, I know, right?
Congrats, by the way, guys.
Wow,
Your
God,
tweets were so funny. Like, guys, stop giving us money.
Stop! I have to pay taxes on this.
What are you guys doing?
Stop! Stop! I don't want to make any more money. Like,
oh god.
yeah, man. It was. Yeah, that was amazing. No, honestly, God, that Kickstarter made like 15 or 19,500 more than what we were expecting it to make, and now we have to push the Indiegogo back to actually like, all right, maybe we should take this a little bit more serious.
You guys are gonna break 1,000 by tomorrow. It's like, no, we're not. We're gonna hit 500, and it's gonna plateau, and that's it.
So it sounds like from talking with you two, this might be crazy. Yeah, are you telling me that you guys make comics because it's fun and it's not about the money?
Not about the money.
Shut up.
It was my childhood dream. I would read Spawn all the fucking time, and I'm like, I want to do a comic, and I didn't think it was gonna happen, but then like here we are. It was fun. It's a lot of fun, man. Well, to a point.
So I'll put out something I've put out before. Like, when we get like our AP or our royalty checks from AP, I don't get a cent. Like, I'll hit up Trent like, hey, do you need my cut? And he'll be like, fuck you. You need to keep it. Like, are you sure? And then I'll go to Luigi like, hey man, would you like my cut of the thing? And Luigi's like, no man, you've worked really hard to make this happen. I think you should take it. And then I'll just give it. I just give away my cut. Like, I don't get a cut. I don't get any royalties.
He'll just fucking PayPal it to me, Luigi, or some
Liz.
random individual in the fucking world just randomly got a couple $100. You know, it's like, what are you doing, dude?
Like, look, for me, there's like three great things about this book that I really wanted to that just for me just makes it worthwhile. One, I get to do it with my best friend, right?
Yeah, that's
How
me.
many people can say
That's
that? Hey,
my
I'm making a comic with my best friend, and 300 people like it. I mean, it's not like 3 million people, which would be cool, but we made a thing that people liked, and we did it together. Like, that's oh god, not trying to get all emotional here, but
Cry.
that brings a tear to my eye because Trent and I, like, we started out, we hated each other. He was with me through like my more darker periods. Like, you all don't know, man. Like, for me, it's like being able to create this thing with my best friend in the entire fucking world. That's like groovy, right? The second thing is Liz Finnegan did not sue us.
Yeah, that was I was terrified.
Okay, so I was gonna bring that up. That who
did not
is
sue us.
Who is Liz? She seems like she's all for it now.
Oh, she's always been for it. It's so Liz is this.
Some asshole in chat said and domestic partner. I don't know what's that about, Brian.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. So, like, I got this new job, right? And they were talking about and you have to do like fill out paperwork and do like all your insurance stuff and who's going to be like your emergency contact and blah blah blah. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put my boy Trent down. And so I called Trent in the middle of the day, like as I'm onboarding for this new company, like, hey, I need your mailing info, your social security number, all your sensitive information. He's like, what do you need this for? And he's getting like really paranoid. I'm like, just shut up. Just give it to me. He's like, I don't trust you. I'm like, good, don't trust me, but I need this anyway. So he ends up giving it to me. And then on my insurance for work, he's down as my domestic partner.
That is hilarious.
Because if anything happens to me, I want to make sure like my best friend and his family are taken care of. Like, I don't have anybody, so fuck it. Like, make sure my boy's taken care of.
We got Mori Kiyopah saying maybe Brian can buy a computer chair with some of the Kickstarter funds.
So yeah, I'm hoping to have my desk arrives tomorrow, so I won't be on this coffee table. So I'll have to put that together during the weekend, and then I'll bring my computer chair back, and yeah.
So how did you guys? Yeah. So how did you guys? Let's. You guys put out this awesome prologue. People are digging it. You guys create this awesome website. It's a really good website. The censored version of RAGS you can get digitally right here. I'll put the links, guys, in the chat, and for those who are watching later on, in the description as well. AP is distributing the censored version, correct?
Yes.
And then
we actually got flack for that too, but that's a other story.
And then right here, the Patreon, which the link is in the description. Link is in the chat. This is where you get the uncensored version of RAGS, but this number is impressive. You have 295 passionate people helping you guys make this happen. But how does one find said 295 people?
Ship posting.
That's
there was no plan of attack for this. We created the Patreon so we could get art quicker than what we were before. And then it fucking all took off, and then we got an AP contract, and then it took off again, and it's just been us ship posting. That's it.
I love that you guys both said it at the same time. So how did you guys do this? Ship posting.
And then we also really lean heavily on Discord. So Discord ends up becoming like its own little community within itself, right? So the way we handle Discord is, we do certain things in Discord where, like, okay, if you join the Patreon and you're just like a passive backer, you're not gonna know that I've probably sold like some of my AP number 1 signed CGC graded 9.8 to people on Discord through like the auction house that we have there. We also have like raffles, giveaways, and like other stuff on Discord. And the way we treat Discord is kind of like a peer-to-peer feedback. So like, let's say we ship somebody something and they're like, oh, your mailers suck. Like, you're using white mailers. There's no bags. There's no boards. It's like, oh, good feedback. So we're going to take that back to the person fulfilling, and we're going to work with them to get better packaging for it. And for the first couple months there, we got like, oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you're taking this into consideration. There's some snarky comments. But once we finally like got the new Gemini mailers out.
And that's another thing people have to learn. That's another thing you learn.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's another thing you
they're
learn,
actually
like, oh,
really good. There are better mailers to send out.
You start learning like, oh, you're gonna need to bag, board, bag, board, painter's tape is what it is.
Yep.
And then Gemini mailer everything. If you give me a second, I can run to my mailer closet.
You gonna crawl?
No,
And pop
I'm
that
gonna
booty?
actually
I need a new foot pick.
know what? I'm just gonna do this.
He doesn't even notice.
Oh no, I was gonna solo lay out.
You little bitch.
Oh man. Well, I'm getting a lot of good feedback from the chat saying that you guys' Discord is amazing. We got Nicholas Mueller here saying, awesome, you have to give me a review. Nicholas is launching Demon Hunter soon. Nicholas, you got to hit me up on that. Let's see, maybe Christopher C. Damn, it's uplifting like an R. Kelly song before all the piss and play. Let's see. Gilead Galvan, hey, if 300 was enough for the Spartans. Shinobi 1, speaking of suing, Matt Weldon and the gang need to have a word with DC concerning Punchline. I'm curious, I wonder if someone like Rob Liefeld, who's taking notice of that, will bring that up.
I would
Diller
hope
draws.
so.
The art on this book is seriously dope. One of the few books I'm genuinely jealous of. I hate all of you.
Oh, hey, thanks.
All right, I'm black. And by the way, I hate you.
Who, me?
So yes, I hate
Why?
you. And your he didn't notice I took a footprint. Like, yeah, I noticed. So what I'll do is I'll take a book, I'll bag it and board it normally, right? And then you put it in your Gemini mailer, and then I will put that motherfucker in this nice bubble mailer.
And then he's going to put so much fucking tape on that cocksucker that you can't get it open ever.
Yeah, and then I put it in this poly mailer, and then I actually have like a box of cards where I'll write you a personalized note. And if you're just a 6'3" man that works on a salvage yard and gets all super excited about shit, and can't control
Here we go.
your own strength,
Yep, here we go.
Rip that card in half. I
It wasn't
painstakingly
even in half. I
made
ripped
sure-
the bottom off of it. The message was still there. Motherfucker.
There's so much love put in that card.
There was more tape than love. Okay.
That tape was the amount of love I put into that package just for you.
Did you get that tape in the first fucking month? I package shit on a daily basis. I've never found such strong masking tape in my fucking life. Or no, it was packaging tape.
Nigga tape.
Oh god.
Great, and now I'm demonetized.
Oh, you were demonetized like hours ago.
YouTube was like, "Oh, Brian Ball demonetized this."
Basically, like every time I show up on Purchase channel, it's like, "Oh, I'm demonetized again."
That is hilarious. Nicholas Mueller asking, "What's the link for the Discord? I gotta join these dudes." Now, your guys' Discord is specifically for Patreon people.
Bingo.
Yes.
Bingo.
There's the other Discord, but that's more gonna be. We're trying to shape that to gear more towards
gaming, streaming.
Yeah, although we've been doing bad on streaming.
Yeah,
that one's open to anybody.
Shinobi 1 saying that's what Patreons are for, right? My I do have it. My Discord is open to everyone. Maybe I did that wrong. Nah, I don't know. Brian is like, I think you did it wrong. No. Let's see. Ickthus says, I love these guys. This will be the first reality show that's comic book based.
Yeah.
Just you two.
Oh man, just the two of us just for hours.
I'd watch that.
I don't know. Yeah, we've had some interesting times.
Long.
So,
In times too. Holy shit.
So you guys have this
Remember when we
Patreon.
hated each other?
Oh.
God.
You guys' domestic partnership is
Dude,
hilarious.
we first met. It was like letting two ravenous dogs at each other.
I thought he was a racist bitch.
and then you guys became friends, and you're like, oh, he still is.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, then it turned out like I'm actually the racist one.
Then he said some shit to me one night. He's like, "You can use Albanizer on me anytime." I'm like, "Oh, fucking okay, bro."
That was like the Nazi zombies in space thing.
Yeah, the fucking iron. What was it? Iron Skies,
Cross,
dude. Iron Skies. That shit was hilarious.
Oh my stuff.
God damn.
Everyone in the chat, every one of my followers probably like, man, this is the craziest stream. What's going on?
Oh yeah. So all right. So let's look at our tiers, right? You see like so you see like this. See like the scroll down. Like you see that $50 tier that's like sold out. So that is our tier where I actually will hand package, sign, get things CGC.
Use the tape from hell.
Yep, use the tape from hell, and I will get things CGC graded for you, right? So, I can. Well, not that one, but yeah, like this one.
Yeah, I was gonna
like,
say.
I can guarantee like you're gonna get like a 9.8 CGC graded comic signed from at least for me, because getting all four of us to sign is a pain in the ass right now.
I got an 8.5 and a 9.4. He's a liar. Don't believe him.
I mean, I don't trust me. I mean, I still got to mail this out to Luigi, right?
Oh god.
But what's this other 9.8? Like, yeah.
Oh, that
there's like one of our more rare covers that we send out to Patreons only, right?
Oh wow.
So kind of like our methodology is we're not huge, we're not fans of doing like 30 to 40 different covers just for the sake of doing covers. We want to do covers that you can actually like look back on and be like, oh my god,
yeah,
I saw that cover and they mentioned that later. Holy shit. Like our Mortal Kombat cover, if you actually read issue 7, we kind of call back to that.
Yeah.
Cover. So we do covers per tier. So like a $5 tier gets, the basic normie cover. The $10 tier will get a variant, and then so on and so forth. But that $50 tier, they get sometimes they'll get secret variants, sometimes they won't, it just all depends, sometimes they'll get stuff that's exclusive that I'm only gonna do once and never tell the general public about. I hate you both.
What?
No,
do anything.
Didn't do anything. I'm tired of being sexualized.
Yeah. So basically, what you guys have done is you guys have created a really good comic that has a lot of exclusivity while also a lot of inclusivity.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cool. I don't know what I said. I'm really tired, but it sounded really smart. I used a lot of big words.
It did. Also, too, some things we'll do, like, if we see like someone's like really out there hyping the book for us and like like going above and beyond, we'll make a cover for them. Like, there's this Twitch streamer, Mori Copia.
Is that it? Is that the name?
Yeah, Mad Mori, right?
Oh, right.
He's on Twitch. Like sometimes, like like he'll be on his stream and just be shilling us, and I'll be at work, throw a stream on like TV while I'm trying to do work, and I'll hear this guy just shill my shit out. I'm like, man, I need to do a fucking Mori cover. So we did like 2 covers for Mori. Like, hey, here's 20 covers. You can give them out. Do whatever the hell you want with them. It's all yours to do with. If you want to give them more to more people, just let us know. We'll print more for you. And
you guys are treating your customers right?
We try to.
We try to. Like, we're not going to get everything right, Like, there's going to be there's definitely going to be like personality conflicts. We don't I don't deal with the entitled attitude very well. Like the speculator crowd absolutely hate the fucking speculator crowd. They go eat a bag of fucking baby dicks. I don't make comics for speculators. I make comics for people that enjoy books, right? Some people think like, oh no, man, you should never say that because speculators make your book popular and whatnot. I don't give a fuck about them, honestly. Like, if some guy is out there flipping my book for $400, if you take a screenshot of that and show it to me, I'm like, yeah, I can give you that for like $20 if you cover shipping. Plain and fucking simple.
You remember.
It's not about controlling the market. But there's absolutely no fucking reason why you should be paying some random cocksucker on the side of the fucking street
$400.
$400 for a book I can get you for cheaper. And also, you're supporting the creative team. If you support the creative team, hey, we can get more books out to you faster, and we can do more exclusive variants. And I understand, like, there's a difference between like speculation and collecting and investing, and comic book investing. Like, we understand that, and we're not saying that those are bad things.
We understand.
We're
that
saying
now. We should say.
Oh, yeah, we understand that more now. But what we're saying is, like, for what we're doing over here, you know, we're not really interested in, Joe Stuffy over there just made like $500 selling your book. Like, okay, yeah, what the fuck does that do to us? Because that $500, how much of that's going to me? How much of that is going to Trent? How much of that is going to Luigi?
That could have done
Zero.
that $500 could go a lot more, do a lot more good for your guys' creative team than is that one guy who's trying to make a buck off of your.
And
your
the other
hard
thing
work.
is, like, we're broke motherfuckers too, man. We get it. Like,
I know. Look, he's on a freaking coffee table. This is
I gotta crawl around and show my ass just to get like super chat, man.
You got to see that foot heels.
I have to fucking pirate your foot pictures for my OnlyFans. So, like, no.
I was too slow.
Oh, I got it already.
Look at the space in between your big toe and your next one.
Oh, OnlyGams. Did you guys ever want to see me like put my my leg behind my head? I can actually do that.
Please don't. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Simp. Oh wow. This is
Oh,
how it
God.
gets the girls. Makes sense, Luther. The whole single life, right? On the first date, he's like, "Hey, watch this."
You want to see something cool?
Yeah. You say that
Jesus.
until but I'm the guy fucking gymnast, and you're the guys.
My wife.
What?
Yeah.
With people we truly cherish and can spend every fucking day with?
Yeah. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me.
Yeah, don't
hurt me.
Don't come at me with your hollow insults, you son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
Plus, I have a daughter who's gonna be as tall as me. My daughter's gonna be 6'3". Hopefully, I'm gonna train her to fucking kill people, dude. I want her in Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It's gonna be great. I want her to be a fucking Viking. You're just man. You're like what? 5'6"? Come on.
5'9".
Oh.
On Tinder.
No. 5'10" on Tinder.
Hey, my wife was like, "Wait, why do you lie on your age?" I'm like on your height. I'm like, "Cuz you might get an extra 1,000 people just because you add an inch."
Right?
It's all good.
Weird,
Like, honestly, if I was like a 6-foot black guy that could play like football really good, I get like so many more hits. But I'm only good at basketball and killing, so there's that.
and
then
killing.
when you bring chicks home, they're like, "Why do you have all this nude art in your room?"
Because these hands are killer's hands.
Now they yearn for the touch of a woman.
I have Matt Krotz here saying, "Draw and talk. If you're trying to steer this ship, don't just let go."
Oh,
let
yeah.
it go. Let it go.
Yeah,
And then Ichthus saying, "How did the Patreon subscription service get a All right, the Patreon subscription service to get a comic is quite unique. How did it fall into place? So I guess how did you guys structure this?"
So honestly, I'm a pervert. That's kind of how I structured it. There's a chick who I'm going to hands down say is the one person who, whenever I had questions,
Luther's like, "I can't do this.
I can't do this.
I can't look at the fucking foot anymore, dude.
Okay, so there's one. Sorry, so I was actually doing a Patreon of another creator, right? And this Patreon did porn comics.
Nice.
And so I was actually just following like their model for doing digital stuff at the time. And as we started doing RAGS, I started having questions like, real important questions like, "Hey, how do you letter?" Right? Like, how do you actually letter a book? How do you create word bubbles?
Another hurdle.
That's
that's another
art.
hurdle.
It's an art, dude.
That's an art form in itself, and I've been like self-teaching myself this stuff. With some help from Luigi, mind you, but I've been self-teaching myself this stuff as we go on, and you'll see like in Like the first couple of books where, you know, the lettering kind of looks like ass and then slowly getting slightly better over time.
Fucking Maury.
Was what I say, the letters in poor comics. Yes, there's letters in poor comics. And sound effects too, and then learning like when to bold and how to bold and all that other stuff. So you'll be surprised to learn that people who draw adult themed comics that are just like, you know, it's Spider-Man fucking Captain Marvel. You'll find to learn that they know their shit. They really do know their shit. And you know, you start asking them questions, they're more than happy to share the techniques and stuff with you. So I started asking those guys like, oh hey, well this person in particular, like, hey, how do I letter? How do I create word bubbles? Like what's the spacing? Things like that. And they sent me like a list of shit to read, and I spent months learning that stuff over and over again. So when I kind of launched my own Patreon or converted like our Patreon from just like a follower account to a creator account, you know, we already had most of this set up in place. The one variable was like, okay, well, people want this book. Oh, people actually want this as a book. So how do we do this from like, say, so how do we do this from a digital book to printing and shipping, and how do we price ourselves the correct way? And I owe all my stuff to Tracy Scopes.
There we go.
She taught me everything I knew, everything we learned. And we just took that and ran with it. And everything just kind of fell into place there.
Oh my gosh, I just Googled it. Good thing I'm not screen sharing.
Yeah, great, sure. But she's good.
My wife walked in, she'd be like, Tyler, I'm like,
how dare you?
Look, as much as I know the content, right? But she's actually very good at what she does. Like from page layout to panel layout, writing a script. Like we actually wrote this like as a movie script, wasn't it? It was like a movie script first, right?
Yeah, it was.
So we wrote this as a movie script, and writing a movie script is really easy. Writing a comic strip is kind of weird, and there's two different ways to do it. You can do it the Marvel way, or you can do it the way we do it.
Sorry,
right?
I was on her website, and
yeah,
I just had to like refocus. What are these guys talking about? I'm back.
Welcome back.
I took it off my tab. I was just like, oh, and that's and
yeah,
that's huge. Okay.
The stuff with Daredevil is actually pretty good. So.
Oh my gosh! One thing I want to point out though that
you should really just like I'm not saying this because it's porn, but I'm saying you should really subscribe to her Patreon and see how she got her stuff set up. Watch she only does like 8 pages per thing.
I saw it.
Yeah,
full color.
So 8 pages, full color. But like the takeaway there, like all jokes aside, all laughing aside, the takeaway there is she had a budget for what does 8 pages cost me? What do 8 pages of inks, 8 pages of colors, 8 pages of lettering, and she has that all set up to where everything's just covered and it doesn't really come out of pocket, or if it does come out of pocket, it hurts less.
For sure.
So all those lessons I took from her, you know, I just kind of applied it to our.
But you also asked. That's a big thing, and I actually heard you talking about this on Matt Cross's show. I didn't realize that stream was like forever ago. That 5-hour one you guys did.
That was a good stream. I was drunk as fuck.
I can't believe I freaking listened to it. It took 3 days. But
which stream was that?
It was like I was drunk as fuck. I was like it was like me.
You kept going
Matt
back
Krotz.
to go real quick. I'll be right back. I have to get more beer.
And then I was when I say I got to get more beer, I was probably just pissing.
But if you ask for help,
yeah,
like don't be afraid. Like, hey, what printer do you use? Just hit us up. Hey, how do you do this? Adam Lawson messaged me once. He goes, hey, there's got to be a better way to do this lettering thing. I'm like, do you have 5 minutes? Let's jump on StreamYard real quick. I showed him how to do it. He goes, oh my gosh, you just saved me like hours.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, you're welcome. And now we're friends, and I was happy to do it. But just ask.
Just ask. And then a lot of times not recently, not so much anymore, because I've given so much advice to so many people, and they've either just like ignored me and then came crawling back when everything was on fire, like, oh, how do you do this? Like, sorry, man, I told you before how to do this, how to be a success, and you absolutely ignore me. So I'm going to let you sleep in the bed you made. But early on, it was like, hey, if you want to learn how to write he's going to go piss. If you if you need to learn how to do a comic strip, the way we do it, that it's easy for your artist is like, oh, okay, yeah, I could do this. That's where that panel goes. Where it's still flexible for them, like, I added 3 more panels in this page because I thought that would bring out the fight dynamic better. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. But if you ever needed any of that information, we were always open to share it, because you've probably heard me say this a billion times, it's not about me being successful. It's like getting that information out to other indie creators. So the more successful indie creators are, the better it is for the comics community as a whole, because if the community is good, everybody's good. Anytime a creator, regardless of how much money they make, messes something up, it doesn't just affect them, it affects me too.
Oh my gosh, people don't.
I heard someone understand that.
I heard someone say that on stream about Red Rooster. They go, listen, him being late on his book, it doesn't hurt us. These big names being late on their books, it doesn't hurt us. It hurts all of us.
It hurts all of us, because look, this guy who just spent $46 or whatever on Red Rooster, what's gonna make, let's say he finds my campaign, right? How am I sure he's gonna give me $25?
He's gonna be scared.
He's gonna be scared. He's like,
he lost his virginity and had a bad time.
Right? So here's this professional who's been in the industry for years, who for some reason or another couldn't figure it the fuck out. And then here's these guys I've never heard of. What makes me think if the professional couldn't figure it out, what makes me think
don't know what they're fucking doing either.
Exactly, right? And here I am, drunk half the damn time. I got everything figured out. And it's not that hard. You just have to kind of, in some ways, break people's perceptions of the things that you do. I use print on demand. Oh, you use print on demand? That's crap. No, it's how dare you? How dare you use print on demand and not Print Ninja? Well, using print on demand, I can ship to New England. I can ship to Australia. I can ship to Japan. I can ship all over. Yep, yeah, Australia. I can ship.
Tim, we love you.
Tim is here. Guys, I've read Black Ops Omnibus so many times at work.
Oh man,
say no to the pros.
The pros.
What was my slogan for a while?
Pros over hose over pros. Hose over pros.
Fucking Jesus.
Oh man, I loved him.
Jesus Christ, dude, it goes on and on.
Yeah,
man, Tim, we had a 5-minute praise section. We had a 5-minute praise segment on you, Tim.
That's true.
Yeah, it is true. You can go back and watch the stream. I was just like, Timothy Limp. No gag reflex whatsoever.
He started sticking his feet up in the camera and everything when he did that.
Spread my legs and everything. I got both legs on the back of my head that time. You want to see me twerk? Just mention Tim Lim. I'm just yeah.
Pop that booty for Tim.
Pop that booty, right? But going back to your thing about asking questions, right? More often than not, I'll message my fellow creators when I find something new, hey guys, I found a way to do a t-shirt store without having to worry about say if Redbubble just wants to just can your shit, right? I just set up my own shit. Yep. And if it gets canned, it's whatever. I'll just make another one and rename it something else. I have more control over it. But a lot of the times, what the fear is oh, that costs money. And it's yeah, no shit, it costs money.
It all costs money.
Everything fucking costs money. So if you want to,
you're getting into this fucking free of charge, dude. I don't know why this is a common thought. Everyone's yeah, it's not going to cost anything. Well, it's gonna
cost money. It's gonna cost money. Our storefront, right, where we sell all of our digital books and a lot of our merch. Yeah, that's that's a monthly bill for me, but I have that shit budgeted. But
here's the thing. Let's say Patreon totally goes, you know what? Not you guys. You guys, okay, fine. We have a backup.
Yep, we have a backup over at Subscribestar.
Yep,
and we have this page too.
Yeah, there was some drama yesterday, and I was man, what happens if my channel has to go away? Well, I've got my Discord. I still got my Discord. I've
Yeah.
still got my Patreon. I've still got all these things and I still have my website. You gotta have a backup. You can't trust these corporations. They'll F
No, you can't trust them at all. And I don't know why this is a thing with like other indie creators where there's this fear like I only have to do Indiegogo and that's it. Like no, like we just made 20K. We for some crazy reason or another just made 20K on Kickstarter. So if we can make 20K on Kickstarter, you should be using Kickstarter too.
People don't people don't make money on Kickstarter.
No, that's exactly the other thing. Is there's look, I just gotta say this. Fucking stop following the politics of shit. Just fucking do it. Because everyone was saying you're not gonna make shit on Kickstarter. We didn't think so. Well, fucking 20K, dude. 20K. So just fucking do it, regardless of what people say. Because, dude, it fills you with nothing but fucking negativity, and then you have just dude, it is fucking contagious. How fucking negative people get. It is terrible. So just stop worrying about everybody else. What's the worst case if you have a Kickstarter fucking flop? Oh, fucking no, it's deleted and you move on with your life. So, like, now we go to Indiegogo. We try that out. Just fucking do it, dude. That's all you gotta do. Just fucking do it.
Yeah, just fucking do it. Like, okay, sure. If Patreon absolutely decides to can us, just honestly do it. That's the whole point of like our business model. It's like Fido, fuck it, drive on, man.
Yep.
If Patreon decides to like shit can us, we have Subscribestar as our cold side backup. So,
and here's the thing, which you said at the very beginning, and you've said it a bunch. You're making comics no matter what. You're already you're already taking this out of your own pocket. You're making comics. You're having a silly goose time. You're having fun. You're not in this for the money. Okay, it helps.
Yeah, it's nice.
It helps.
Yeah,
it's nice.
It's nice. It's great.
But you're making comics. Forget all the bullshit.
Right? Like, look. Like, I try to be. I try to not like pat myself on the back too much because I don't want to get like a big head, any bigger than it already has.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And not this noggin. I meant like the one down there.
Oh my stars!
And look, as we all can confirm, I'm black, so I know I have like big pee. No, Tim, no, you're gonna get killed.
Oh God, no!
and Tim is like, how do I make the RAGS team just suddenly disappear? We have to get rid of Luigi.
How are you gonna do that to us?
See you. Hey, see you. Bye, RAGS.
Right. But like,
hi, Hillary.
Hi, Hillary. Christ. What was I talking about again?
You had a big tip of your penis.
Yeah, you were saying
man, it's like fucking huge. All the white girls love it. Oh, so anyway, Comic Central. I miss those guys.
This is, dude, that sucks, man.
I remember that site. That's where you guys launched?
That's where we launched.
That's our fucking foundation. I got a fucking Comics Central t-shirt because we won fucking Comic of the Year through them. It's the fucking greatest thing ever. And they went under, dude. They went under.
I remember seeing the message because I was actually just about to put out my series through there. I was like, time.
I thought they were going to be a great site, and that's kind of like another one of those things where it's like, hey, here's a platform that we can use to get stuff out to people, and that's kind of like our business model. We're going to use and abuse every business model that we possibly can. So, like, okay, you don't like Patreon, we have Subscribestar. Well, I don't like any of those sites. All right, cool. We have our stuff digital. You know, you can buy it directly from us digital. Like, okay, well, I'm just waiting for your account from. All right, we just did a Kickstarter for 1 through 6. Well, I don't like Kickstarter. We're gonna do
Indiegogo.
Yeah, we're gonna do an Indiegogo next. So we're gonna use and abuse all these platforms and all their. We're gonna abuse and abuse it as much as possible because these are just tools in the tool bag to us. I don't give a fuck about Patreon's politics. I don't give a fuck about Kickstarter's politics. I don't care what they did to like two or three creators ago. I mean, it may suck, but it's not affecting my paycheck whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like, no, they don't sign my email, and it sucks to say this. And as creators, you should be like standing arm in arm with people, but at the end of the day, you have to look out for your project.
Number one.
Well, when you watch people standing arm in arm together start running off a fucking cliff, it's probably time to let go.
Bingo.
Like, it's Oh God, everybody's pointing at me. I'm like cleaning my phone. Stop.
No, but it's true. Here's the thing: there are customers everywhere. I was told by a ton of people, Tyler, don't do Kickstarter again. You haven't done Kickstarter, just stick with Indiegogo. And I was like, I just really have a good feeling about Kickstarter. Like, Tyler, all the hype right now is on Indiegogo. I did my best campaign. My last campaign, I did it for 20 days, and I'd never broken over like 2,000, and I broke that on Kickstarter in 20 days. And I was like, geez, what do you mean there's no
Yeah.
customers here, there's no money? I've never had more success. And I'm
Right.
I'm gonna keep growing it with every project. But there are customers everywhere. But you have to make sure that, oh, you don't want it physical? Fine, I got it digital. Oh, you don't want to do it on Patreon? Fine, I got it on this site. You don't like that? I got it here.
So there's this is kind of like a thing. We have a war with the piracy group.
Yeah.
Yeah, that got really nasty, right? And we just said, like, look, there's absolutely zero reason why you need to pirate this book. Zero reason. It's a buck digitally censored. Well,
After that, we started throwing it up for free.
yeah, like, hey, look, there you go for free. Look, you can read it on our website for free to give us the views. That helps us out. You can buy it digitally for $1 each issue for free, or we'll just give it to you for free if you ask us for it. There's zero reason why you should be stealing this book whatsoever. Like, oh well, I work in college and I can't afford comics. Like, okay, just hit us up. We'll send you the shit for free, like out of pocket. We don't care, man. Like, you want to read the book? Let us know. We'll hook you. We'll figure a way out to get you this book.
Dude, let me tell you something. Real quick. Calvary Collective, $10. Thank you so much. Can't wait for Chef, Culinary Hero, Earth Force. Thanks for some solid entertainment tonight. It's these two. These guys are freaking nuts. I got a lot of flack from my Gumroad site because it's a pay what you want site. They're like,
oh yeah, I just opened up a Gumroads.
They're like, you're not gonna make any money with a pay what you want site. I'm like, really? Yeah, I had like 20 people pay zero money for it, and then some of them actually come back and they go, hey, that was actually really good. Here's $5. And I'm like, really? It's really like worth 99 cents. One person, I put out a book. I was like, this book's worth 99 cents, but here we go. They paid $30 for it.
Damn, dude.
Yep. What it all is like your story presentation. So that's like everything from the artwork, the colors, the lettering, like how you present that work to your customers, and also just how you interact with your customers. Again, we don't we don't make it right all the 110% of the time, right? But for like that 75% of people that we interact with, and when we nail it and knock it out of the park for, like, those are the people that we gun for. Again, I'm not here for like the speculator who's just like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy this book. I'm only here for my investment. Like, go fuck your investment. I don't give a shit, right? But for the guys like
Gaming.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a Niobe who.
Oh,
if
shit.
you didn't, yeah, that's Larry. That's Larry Higgins. If you didn't know, by the way, we're actually gonna do this side project.
Sailor Rogowski
with Larry. Yeah, Sailor Rogowski. But that's gonna be like Patreon only and manga size when we get that done.
Nerd.
But again, like
Nerd.
just interacting with your customer base and then treating them the way you would want to be treated, like a normal human being. Like when they bring up stuff to you, like, hey, your packaging kind of sucks. Well, what should I be using? Oh, Gemini mailers. All right, cool, thanks. Let me go work on that. Or if they say like, hey, your lettering for that last issue was
bad,
very bad. What do? You go back and you re-letter the whole issue.
Yeah.
And fix it and like, hey, how's this? So you, on one hand, you got to let your customers give you like feedback and input and utilize that when it's appropriate. But then there's other times where it's like, well, I didn't like the way that, this character.
Maybe you guys shouldn't kill off this character.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't kill off this character.
Fall in love together and we can have a buddy cop movie afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
I gotta go drink some ammonia.
But it's true. You gotta treat. Like, you got to put out a quality product for my graphic novel that we're putting out to the printer tomorrow. I spent the last 3 weeks relettering all 120 pages because I sent it out to my Patreons and they were like, hey, that was a really good story. Really enjoyed it. And one person was like, hey, Tyler, the lettering isn't very good. And I was like, you know what? I did this book 3 years ago. You're absolutely right. This is going to take me 3 weeks of my own personal time, but you're right. I've got to do this. We were supposed to put the printer out actually 2 days ago, and right before I sent it out, I was like, let me just read through the files one more time. I found 17 pages that had errors.
Yeah.
And I was like, great. It's going to take another 2 days of fixing. And they were tiny errors. Like you might not have noticed it, but maybe someone would notice and be like, oh, really, Tyler?
That's happened a couple times. Brian sent shit off, and he was like, "Hey, I got this off." I'm like, "Cool." And then I get the comic, and I'm like, "Hey, Brian, did you fucking see this?" And he was like, I sure as shit didn't." I'm like, "Well, it's there."
Got Rebel Gaming. Hey, thanks to shout out. This is LP. Sailor Rogowski is going to Rocket. People got to join the Patreon. Yeah. So we're over an hour. Let me put all your guys' links. For new creators, because a lot of new creators who watch the show, just a lot of people wanting to make comics, have a silly goose time. As comic creators who have been through this, who have, we talked about the different hurdles that you find out as you go on. What would you guys say to someone who's like, man, I want to put out my first comic, but I'm either scared or I have no idea.
Don't be scared.
Yeah,
like you're gonna be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Ask questions. Find people who have done it before that you're comfortable with talking to. Reach out, just ask. Like lettering. What's the right way to letter? How do you letter? Should I hire a letterist? Does this lettering that I've done look good? And what should I do to go fix it? Right? Be humble, because you're gonna be putting out a product that people are paying you money for. So don't take other people's money for granted. Every time
you definitely, on that note, you have to be ready to take criticism. Like, people are going to say some fucking mean shit, but you just got to roll with the punches, and you just got to, you got to work, and you got to just build better off of it. That's all you got to do.
Guys, I just had an idea. So I just had to write it down. But no, guys, seriously, everything that they said. So seriously, don't be scared. A lot of people will they'll comment. They're like, I'm scared. I don't know. It can be scary. It's daunting because you realize how much work and then you see the money. You said it in the stream, Brian, and it's something that I try to do as well. The reason why comics cost so much money is because of the amount of people that you need to have on your team. If you can learn all the different skills and consolidate it. If I hire an artist, because I can draw my comics, but if I do hire an artist, I'll only pay them for the line art, because then I will color and then I will letter it. It means a little extra time, but I don't have to spend as much out of pocket.
Right. But these for me, these hands, these are killer's hands. These aren't artist hands. So the best thing I could do is write scripts and maybe letter. And then I have to go tell my roommate, these hands. Well, when you're black, it's more like this.
Oh, my gosh. I saw your feet. Don't tell me.
You little foot motherfucker.
I told you I play football, not basketball.
All I'm saying, my boss, who's 5'7", his size 13 feet. All right, that's a man I'm afraid of.
Are you afraid of him or his dick?
But
you can cheat on me, my domestic partner now.
Oh shit!
But here's the other thing too, and this is actually not something like comic book related. This is actually something like one of the men I really respect, Chief Warrant Officer Daniel Duchesne. This is one of my. He's a younger guy than me, 20. He's 20 years younger than me, but as a warrant officer, he's one of the guys I look up to. And he said this is a lot of the times. It's not about what you do. It's all about the relationships you build. So if you build that relationship with your artist, you build that relationship with your colorist. My colorist is actually my roommate.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, right? Yeah. My colorist is my roommate. Because we built that relationship. Because we met in college. I put them on the track to do their own stuff. Now we're roommates, just building those relationships and trying to make good, lasting relationships. Timothy Lim, I met Timothy Lim back when he got removed from Patriotica, if everyone's ever. Yeah, I met him way back then. Yeah, way back then, 20, that was 20 2017-ish, like way back then. And I've always told him, like, hey, look, if you ever need to draw for somebody, I may not be able to pay you a lot, but I will pay you to draw for me, and I'll scrounge up enough. And then Tim and I just built that relationship, and he does things way better than me now because he's Asian, and Asians always do things better than you. It's slightly frustrating, but like if I find something like, hey, dude, I learned how to do waifu pillows, I will definitely go to Tim first. Like, hey, dude, I can do waifu pillows now. Maybe you might be able to use this in your campaign, and maybe you might be more successful. So you'll see Tim do like waifu pillows in like his Kickstarters, and that makes it more successful. And that's, to me, like, yes, I made Tim more successful. That's awesome, right? And I might ask for like a drawing or two, like, hey, draw me a cover, and it'll be it. But again, it's like building those relationships, and then just really just building those relationships and cultivating them into like other things. Like I built relationships with Larry Higgins. I built relationships with the Mythoverse guys.
Yep.
I built relationships with other indie creators, and some I'm kind of mad at right now, but I'll get over it. I actually need to like sit down with one and talk to him point to point, and just like, hey man, like I'm kind of pissed about certain things, but just getting that, just having that openness between people, just building those relationships. And once you build those relationships with your audience, it's not just a book anymore. It's, this is something we're all in on.
Yeah.
Just don't ever give me story suggestions, because I will absolutely hate you for the rest of my life.
Dude, he will not
Never.
shut. I will have about 45 texts in 20 seconds about that shit.
Well, note to self. Well, hey, and you know what? I find we're kind of on like this weird triple first date.
Shit!
We got some feet going on.
Oh God!
No, but it's true. Like you said, we don't need to be in competition with ourselves. What we need is to have the comic book market be healthy with awesome comics and awesome products, and we only help each other by doing that.
Yep.
So totally agree, guys. Thank you guys so much for being on the show.
Yeah, dude.
No
That's a really good time. Guys,
if I could give like one shout out to somebody I probably missed, Cody Fernandez of Jack Iron Still Cowboy.
There you go.
Oh, dude.
Like,
yeah,
that guy. I'll tell you what, I don't think of myself as the best writer in the world. I still, like, if I write anything, I kind of just throw it his way to like, hey man, can you just make sure my shit looks good? But like Cody Fernandez is probably like one of the better creators I've met during my time period, and if you ever have a chance to support that guy, please support that guy. Please do.
I love it, guys. I just put your guys' links in the chat. Go check out Brian. Go check out Luther. Go check out RAGS. Really successful indie comic. These guys are nuts. This was probably the craziest stream, and probably the most entertaining stream I've ever done. So congrats. If there was a medal, I'd give it to you guys.
Oh shit.
That was really fun. These covers are awesome. I love this GameCube one.
Oh, dude, right.
Okay. So all right. We got to talk about this, right? So all right, let me actually pull up the original. Yeah, that's a butt cheek, but you're already demonetized because you have us on stream. So, I want to talk about asking questions, being afraid to do stuff, blah blah blah, right? So, if I could share my screen for just 1 second.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
while he's setting this up, I'm gonna give a shout out to Maury. He streams on Twitch. There's this weird gap between gamers and comic book folk. He's bridged it, and he's been a massive help to us, and I love you forever.
I love you, Maury. All right, so there's my screen, right? So that's that's like the original look I had going for that, right? And I actually want to do like a GameCube style cover, and this was like 2018 I did this. Yeah, so this is 2018 I did this, and it took me those 2 years to go back and reverse engineer it. I did have some help, so I'm not going to take like the whole credit for it, but just kind of trying to reverse engineer the cover art, right? We ended up with this.
Love it.
So that's going to be like our trade paperback for Patreon.
That's
I love
awesome.
Right? I had
That's
to
so
learn. I had
dope.
to learn how to do spines. I had to reverse engineer the entire GameCube cover because this is what I envisioned that first image looking at in the beginning, and it took a little bit for me to teach myself the Photoshop skills that I needed to learn to do that. We'll learn to take this and turn it into this.
That's so dope, though. That's so fun.
Right? Isn't it? And this is just like a thing, like as a creator, don't be afraid to learn new skills. Like Trent will tell you, there was like one day I was working on Photoshop and I was just cursing, like, man,
dude.
like I was so mad, like I was doing shit on Photoshop. I was just so mad. I was like, I couldn't figure shit out, and finally, I was trying to do like the neon gradient covered glow thing,
the background gradient shit.
Yeah, like I was trying to.
It was for the logos. That's right.
Yeah, so I was like trying to figure this out, and I was God, it had to have been like 2 hours. I was just being really mean and angry, and then I figured it out. I was like, bro, look at this. He's like, oh my God, this looks so dope.
It's so good.
And don't be scared to be like, this isn't your typical comic book cover.
No, this isn't. And check this out. Bam.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Right?
Was it the first one's done by Sashi, isn't it?
Yeah, so this one, all right, so this is drawn by Sashi, right? This is Sashi's cover.
She's so fucking good.
Oh, she's so fucking good. She does a lot for us. We actually, if we had a bigger budget, we can get her to do more stuff. This is Luigi's.
That's so fucking good too.
Right, and you'll see we got Liz 1 month. We paid we sent her out to go do like a photo shoot, and we actually would like to do more of this again if we can like get the money back up and when COVID goes down. But again, I spent like so many hours reverse engineering this stuff, and then once I hit my limit, I reached out to one of my patrons like, hey, who's really good at Photoshop? Like, oh, I'm good at Photoshop. Like, this is what I'm trying to do. Can you help me out? Like, oh yeah, I can reverse engineer this part for you. And then all you have to do is plug and play. Then bam, that's all we did. Again.
And now that Patreon member is like, oh my gosh, I had a part of this.
I was a part of this, and I'm going to give a shout out to Citizen and Ninja Rob from Discord.
Oh like shit!
Yep, they helped us out. And man, like, what's the other thing they did for us? Like, real quick, boop. Marketing. Where's my marketing?
Fucking smart ass.
All right, boom. Like again, we were trying to so we don't have like a normal trade dress like every other creator has because we weren't looking to publish. But hey, this is kind of like some of the stuff that we leaned on some of our patrons. Like, hey, who's good at Photoshop? Like, yeah, I'm good at Photoshop. Like, I'm trying to do a trade dress, and this is what I'm looking for. And then, bam, just makes
that's
it.
Awesome.
And then, oh, no, that's not the awesome one. I try not to be biased.
Sucks.
No, check that one out.
Oh, I've seen this one. That is awesome.
That is awesome, right? Like, that is dope. That is so
awesome.
dope. Oh, that's so dope, man. It's like, man, I just.
But here's the thing. You guys are having a silly goose time. You're making fun comics. You're going, how can we do this differently? We don't have to, the rules are this on a comic book cover. No, we're going to make a GameCube cover because we think that's fun. Mm-hmm. And people go, like, people in the chat are like, oh my gosh, that GameCube cover. And they go, wow, you hit nostalgia. Yeah, you hit all that. It's beautiful art. It's comics, and people want that. People want to have a fun time. People want entertainment. People are sick of drama. People want to escape.
Great. I think
I'm so excited for the next cover. Can I show it? Can I show it? Okay, hang on.
Yeah, we were going to keep this a secret, but
snaps! Exclusive.
Just want to talk about it.
Right,
I gotta find it. Hold on a second.
Show it.
Gosh, this is. We were supposed to end this 15 minutes ago, and this is awesome.
Oh, you might go like
dope.
Oh, with us, it might be a 4-hour stream, man. You never.
I still can't believe you guys did that. If I did that, my wife would come out here and she'd kill me.
Well, she might come out, but then she might get hit on. Look at that.
Oh shit. So, whoops. This is our next cover, and I am a huge sci-fi nerd. Love it. And this is based off of The Expanse. If you haven't watched it, you need to fucking get your life together and go watch The Expanse right away. But this is going to be an issue 7 cover that I have been wanting to tell everybody about, and now you get to hear it and see it.
That's dope. Gosh, Luigi's such a talented artist.
Dude, he's so good.
So good. Oh, so do we ever cover like how we met?
No, he didn't.
Oh man.
Oh
All
my
right.
lord.
Oh god, no.
How'd you guys meet?
Okay, so ours and Luigi's relationship is actually kind of adversarial to start off with.
Wait, who? You and Luigi?
Yeah, it was
you guys
adversarial.
met? Oh.
Yeah, it was very adversarial, like in the beginning. I had actually hired some guy to do like a kind of like I was kind of trying to do like the Spider-Man exile thing. I threw it up on Patreon, and I think I've ended up archiving it later. So if you see it, you've seen it. If you haven't, you have it. It's gone for now. But I had some guy like paid him like $1,700. Like, hey, go draw this shit for me. Here's the script. Blah blah blah. That guy ended up disappearing for like a year. And Trent will tell you, I was angry. I was angry, Brian. Angry Brian's not a fun Brian. So I was trying to either get my money back or get my art done, one way or the other. And what ended up happening was Luigi actually reached out and was like, "Hey, this guy is my friend. This is what's going on.
Dun, dun,
We
dun.
can't pay you your money back, but we could finish the project for you, and then we'll give you $500 worth of art free." And after me being an absolute person who couldn't understand normal thinking, we got the art done, and then it came time to do like the $500 worth of free art, and we were still like trying to do like this RAGS thing, and the person that we originally had doing art for RAGS just wasn't communicating with us. That ghosted us for like
garbage.
it was hot garbage, but it was the best I could do at the time. And then Trent was like, "Bro, just have him do just like 5 quick things of the of our main character." I'm like, and this was before Regina even had a name too. It's like, all right, cool.
Oh yeah,
and then he did the first one. Yeah, like she didn't even have a name at this time. And then
just the gingered naked chick.
no, it wasn't even like a ginger.
That's all we just called a rag.
It was rags. Like there was like that. Like I'll get back to that in a second, but he drew like the very first picture, and I'm actually gonna pull that one up and share my screen on this one because it was actually the very first picture he ever drew for us. Illustration 1 finished. All right, share screen, boop. So this was like the first picture that he drew for us based off of like all the descriptions that I gave to him, and then he sent this in, and this actually got kicked back like
a lot,
a whole lot.
However, that being said, once we got the final product in, well, my shoe became pregnant that day.
And we just looked at this like, wait a second, like this is our guy, dude.
That's fucking number 1 right there.
That's number 1. And Trent was like, you need to like stop being mad, Brian.
Yep.
And see if he'll do anything else. I was like, I don't know, man. I just got scammed out $1,700.
And I was like, fucking suck it up.
Yep.
And do this. Let's fucking go. This guy is amazing.
It's amazing, right?
And you guys have been working for how long now since?
Oh my god, how long has we? Jesus Christ.
2-3 years?
2014?
Yeah, 2014.
2014.
Wow.
And
That's
like
awesome.
this was like the second one he did for us.
It's
and we're
so
just like,
fucking good.
And just like, man, this is so good. and then we get like 3, and we're like, like, okay, all right, I'm starting to see your point, man. I'm starting to see your point. And then he does like 4, and I'm like, oh my god, he nailed the left. For me, he nailed the left-handed shooting, which is actually something extremely difficult to portray in artwork. You don't see too many left-handed shooters, which this is also a running joke that we have. At least I put in there for my own sake, because long story short, I'm right-handed, but I shoot left-handed like the best. It's a
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm a very weird individual, and man, just this is like the most iconic fucking pick that he drew. Like
the big frumpy unicorn head, like it all was so perfect because the unicorn onesie was just such a fucking joke, and he fucking knocked that shit so far out of the park, dude.
Man,
fucking amazing.
Like it's stupid enough to where like
silly goose shooter.
It's real enough to where like I could actually see somebody wearing this, but it's also goofy enough to where like you're still kind of like laughing at it, but it works.
Isn't it the worst when you meet an artist and then you're like, I'm not planning on doing anything with you. They draw something that you love, something like this, and you go,
shit.
Yeah. And then honestly after this it was like because again Trent will let you know I was extremely angry and evil during this time period, and it was like, all right, so like the prologue in issue 1 portion that we had, I think it was originally like 40-60 pages or something, and Trent had this brilliant idea, like, dude, how about you just redo the first 15 pages, hand it to the guy, and if he runs off with like your 15 pages, like it's whatever. Yeah. But then he dropped this, and it was like, fuck.
I remember the first time seeing this cover, dude, and oh my god,
right?
Just how he was able to put fucking the emotion in her face. Oh my god, dude!
Brian, you sound like a guy who when dating is going really well, you just go, okay, please give me a reason for us to break up.
Yep.
No.
Don't fucking listen to him. He's a goddamn liar.
No, fuck you. No. No. That's not me. I'm the cuddly bear. I just want things to be. It was $1,700, man. Who would be happy about losing $1,700?
Bro,
I would be happy.
Blew up my Impreza, and I was like upset for 4 hours at the most. Okay, I moved on. It's not that hard. Let it go, man.
I can't. That was my GI Bill money. Okay.
Black humor, accurate fire, tactical onesie.
Dude, it's not on there. I almost got fucking banned from Imager. Because I used to say black humor, accurate fire, tactical onesie, and with more
casual
racism. I was talking to Sarah, who's like the second in command of the fucking website, and she saw that shit. I was trying to buy a fucking ad, and she saw that shit, and she's like, this is not okay. I'm like, well, here's the backstory, and I told her why that was in there. She ghosted me, dude. I never fucking heard back from her again. I was threatened with bans and shit like that. What a good time. What a great fucking time.
Remember when he posted it to Reddit?
Oh,
jeez. I hear Reddit's not a good place for comics.
Oh, here's the
Reddit. No, wait. No, it was 4chan. It was 4chan.
Oh my god, that was a fucking terrible idea.
Yeah, 4chan's like the one place where we're like, oh, no, we're just gonna nope out of there. Sorry.
I remember when 4chan was circulating a pirate link, and Brian was like, I'm gonna attack this. I'm like, you're gonna take your fucking shoes off and sit down. You are not doing anything.
Yeah, like, oh yeah, 4chan. Well, once you said, bro, it's 4chan, I was like, oh, right. Let them have it. Let them have it. Ask them if they need. Ask them if they want any more for free. Like, we'll hook them up.
I'll give you the free download link. Like, just leave us alone. We're cool.
Just like, yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, didn't.
Oh my stars! Well,
here's the thing. Sit down. That's right.
Here's the
Yeah,
thing.
just sat down.
And I've got to end this because my poor wife's probably like, what? Who is he talking to tonight?
Tell her you're hanging out with the boys because check out this other thing that Brian's sharing on his screen.
Oh God.
Oh gosh, are you, Brian? I'm trying to feed my family.
Well,
We're trying to help you feed your family too.
it's demonetized.
Yeah, it's already. Well, that's not our fault. But check out like this other thing that we did. You know, again, 2 years of just Photoshop and fucking around, like creating these things. This may or may not be.
This is why you can't give immature people Photoshop because they go, "Oh, I'm gonna do this."
Yeah, right. There may or may not be a nudie version of this that's exclusive to Patreon
Brian
too.
Ball speaks black skin, white credits.
Hey,
Hey, read this one.
drug dealing as a lost art. Best accused. Liz on set with Ginger McIrish. Your twos are crazy.
The drug dealing is a lost art. That is a little Easter egg.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
Oh, also, Brian, my credit went up 100 points this month, so I'm almost there.
Oh, so what are you like at 390 now?
No.
Four?
No. Oh, 200 off.
5?
It's a 200. God damn it.
You know black people can't math? Come on now. Come on, nigga.
Brian, my channel is under scrutiny right now from last night of people saying, "Is Tyler a racist?"
Oh no.
No, it wasn't me. It was Brian.
It was oh man, remember when we got accused for being racist? And I'm like, bro, like I'm black. Like how the fuck am I racist?
That was the first time you ever showed yourself, like, as you know, like actually showed yourself. And everyone's like, "You're racist," and he showed himself, and they're like, "I'm fucking out of here." I'm like, "That's my bitch."
Oh my gosh, you were the Dave Chappelle, the white
power.
supremacist Dave Chappelle.
Oh god.
And everyone's like, "Oh my gosh."
Here's
what have
the
we
best
done?
part: is for the longest time, everyone thought I was black. Everybody, because Brian's bitch ass would not stop with these fucking Luther Vandross memes. Oh,
Here and now.
he kept
I
perpetuating that I
promise
was
to
black
love.
the whole fucking time. The whole fucking time.
God, oh my gosh.
Well, like so the joke's on me too because like every time like
Yeah, you
I go
fucked yourself.
yeah, so every time like the book goes like the solicitation or whatever, I get left off because
Really?
I have the whitest name of the group.
Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Paul.
Yeah, for all I know, like Luther. I'm talking to a brother.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got Brian, and we got Brian. Hey guys.
Brian Ball. You push my glasses up.
Hey guys.
I used to wear glasses,
About a girl.
Actually, I still wear glasses from time to time. So I got like my computer
Nerd.
glasses when I gotta.
Oh my god.
You know that blue light, man, just wrecks your eyes.
I wear
Timothy
glasses.
Lamb for the Bunder Jump with the super chat. The reveal that Brian was black was the greatest gaming surprise to me since Samus was Metroid. I remember that day. Tim was like, "You're black?" Like, yeah, man. Like, but you're so well spoken.
You do.
Tim, you're
Like,
black.
yeah, and I
Brian,
also know
plug
my
up a
dad.
mirror.
What are you talking
Oh,
about?
frick,
Wow.
Oh, man.
Nicholas
But speak-
Miller saying Urkel.
But speaking of like Samus, we also have like this Haloid. Share my screen. Share my screen.
Oh my god.
Oh, I saw that. Oh, I'm ready. You guys have too much fun.
And that's the whole point of like doing the book, right? And
Hashtag
this is
take
actually.
Photoshop away from Brian.
Oh no! Keep me on Photoshop because you have some great stuff. This is actually done by one of our patrons too. Guy's name Philip Rabatley. It's a Canadian guy. He probably hates me right now because I'm pretty stubborn about certain things. But again, like one of our patrons did this, and we absolutely love him for helping us out and whatnot. But kind of bring this back, and I know you need to wrap up, but
You're
this
good,
is like
you're
the
good.
last thing I was saying. Way back in like 2018 when we first got our wheels going, we got a lot of flack because a certain creator got dumped by our publisher. And
Oh my god.
and then we caught flack because we didn't dump that publisher to stand in arms with that creator, blah blah blah. Well, the thing was, we're not here to talk politics. We're not here to BTFO the SJWs. We're not here to be pro CG, anti CG. We're just here to put out a silly zombie titty book and have fun with it, right? So there's just too much politics in every part of creation, and we just want to be the escape part. Whether it's good or bad, it's just as long as it's an escape for somebody and they enjoy it, that's the name of the game, right? And that's all we want to do. And so yeah, we have fun stuff like this. We even have
you
like
just want to have a silly goose time.
Yeah, just have a silly goose time. Put out your book. Do GameCube covers. All of our covers are actually video game related. If you pay attention enough.
Final Fantasy. That's Thunder. Is it?
Yep.
Thunder.
There was only one that I'm not. There's one I don't like. I haven't told Brian yet though.
Which one?
You're about to lose your domestic partnership.
No, because like because here's the great thing about like our domestic partnership. Trent could tell me he doesn't like something, and I'd be like, tough shit, nigga.
Pretty much.
Yep.
What it is, I just don't like the game. I don't like it, and I don't fucking like Doom.
Oh,
It looks good. I'm not saying anything bad. I just don't fucking like Doom, dude.
Fair. But it just looked good. Luigi drew it, so I was like, oh my god, this is sick.
Like anything he draws looks fucking good. Okay.
But hey, to negate the Doom one that you don't like, we have the Expanse.
We did have that super dank fucking Dark Souls art too. That shit was hot.
Dark Souls.
That shit was so hot.
We actually got, it was so hot we actually got two. So normally even these pinups that we do, these are actually separate from
Shut the fuck up and just show it. This dude's trying to get off of here.
No, yeah.
Just show the Dark Souls fucking art. Shut the fuck up.
Do you guys have it? Is it like released?
Right here.
Oh, I've seen this
a while ago. I lost everything because I upgraded my computer.
Oh,
dude,
you make money. Upgraded my computer.
Artorias.
Christopher C, by the way, for $10 with a laughing cat. I love it. Laughing cat sticker.
Right? And so here's the deal. Luigi had so much fun drawing this one that he did this for free.
Oh,
For free?
So hot, dude.
For free. And normally we pay him, and that's what I was trying to say. Like normally for every pinup with like we pay him for the pinups and whatnot. On top of like all the page art that he does. But he was like, man, I had so much fun with it. I'm gonna draw this one for free. Like, are you sure I could pick? Like, no, this is awesome.
Oh. See, you guys have a good model. See, Luther, you get one. Brian gets 5.
Yeah.
And then
No. He gets like 25. I get 3.
Well, maybe if you're a little bit more vocal about what you would like to see, I do a little
You
bit
don't
more.
ask me.
I do ask
I'm
you.
not one to impose, you bastard.
Be a little bit more imposing, and also remind me to do the Tarkov one because we need to do the Tarkov one.
I got some feelings about that now.
Tomato, potato.
It would look super hot though. I'm just saying.
It would.
like
Oh,
that.
this is like one of like the first ones that like Luigi did for us. Like, look how sexy this is. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
Dude, that's right.
Is that Venom?
yeah, like a Venom. Like, how would it look like if she was Venomized? And then we did. I like this one. Not many people like this one, but I
lost my dank Photoshop job of turning Venom into Carnage that Brian absolutely hated, and unfortunately, I lost that picture. Else I'd show you because it was hilarious.
Well, there we go.
Yeah,
Wow, you guys
and
do
then
a ton of pinups.
What are those bio boosts? Those bio boosts are
the
great.
bio booster. Let me
Yeah.
pull up the bio booster one. Like, where's it at? Oh, there it is. Bam.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's-
Or Witchblade. Oh, hang on.
Witchblade. So this one is a story spoiler, which I can't really tell you, but we had another version of it. Like,
That's sick.
that's sick. And then let me pull up the Witchblade one because we
I
did
love
2. So this
have
is the one with the black eyes, and then this is the one with the nope. Where'd it go? Oh, okay, I guess they both have black eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we did Judge Dredd.
Oh, but yeah, dude, we did a new Judge Dredd movie, by the way.
Yeah. And we did Kill la Kill.
Yep, I remember that.
Oh god, where's the the Dragon Ball one? Oh, Dragon Ball was sick.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, and then I love I love it. I love it when we start getting operator in it because he looks even more stupid. Like, look at his hair.
Or the RAGS City
That's
one.
funny.
Yeah. Oh god. Yeah,
Oh,
let me
where's
pull
the
that up.
fucking Rick James one?
Oh, the Red Sonja one.
Yeah.
Oh god. Let me find it real quick. Where'd it go? Oh god, that was like a doof.
Brian sounds like a child who heard their first dick joke.
If you get him laughing hard enough, he will black up.
I need some backup.
He will black out and or vomit, and it is a great time.
Oh, that's a dope. That's awesome.
Yeah,
Right, that was awesome. And then we had bam,
fucking Rick James in the background.
dang, bitch.
That's awesome. Is that Red Sonja?
Yep. Red Sonja and Bronan.
Bro, that's right. I forgot about that.
Bro,
Oh,
man.
shit.
Bronan the Barbarian. And then we did before Dynamite went weird. We did that one.
Cinderella.
And then bam.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
This is not Men in Black.
Shut up. I want to know what the chat thinks. What is this? I want you. Don't say anything, Brian. You little bastard.
Oh, I have a guess.
Turks.
Is it Matrix?
No,
No. Okay, hold on. Is it from a video game or a movie?
it is from a video game.
All of our covers are video games.
Payday the Heist. Is it Hitman?
No.
It's not Hitman?
No.
I can't think of any. Got $5 from G. Alexander Taylor. Thank you so much for that $5. Everyone's saying Hitman or X-Files.
It's the Turks. Full Custom Hot Dog had it. It's the Turks. My colorblind ass thought they were wearing black suits. Turns out they're wearing dark blue suits.
What?
Fucking sue me. I'm colorblind. Leave me alone.
That's dark blue.
No, they're wearing black. But
They're in black, but yeah.
You should just say you should just say Hitman so that
No, it's the Turks.
It's the Turks, dude. Fucking Op is perfect. Op is so perfect, dude. The glove pull.
like from Final Fantasy.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7.
It like Regina's Reno, and then Op is Rude.
Yeah.
Oh
You see the glove pull, it's like it's perfect.
Brian's getting getting mad for
Thank
every
you.
wrong answer.
I
Thank
absolutely
you so much,
am.
Full Custom Hot Dog. I love you.
No, full custom. Hit us up, and we'll send you everything that we have. I don't give a fuck.
Shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we'll send you
damn.
everything because
Oh shit.
because he was paying attention. That's how I do things around this house.
There we go. Full Custom Hot Dog. You have to check them out on Twitter. All right, guys, I got to bounce.
Yep.
Wait,
we're gonna have to do this again.
Let me get like full custom hot dog.
We're gonna have to do this again. Because I have so many more questions and I have so many more things I want to talk about, but I gotta bounce before my kid wakes up because he's getting more teeth.
Chloroform.
Just dude. Gotta do a little whiskey gummer number, man.
Tim saying full custom wants all he wants is Brian's feet pics. Luther, you screenshotted those, so look at those critters.
They're so small. Why?
Don't judge me.
And Brian's like, "Don't worry, guys, it's a two-hander."
It's a two-hander.
You guys are and then real quick, when are you guys launching your Indiegogo?
So we're kind of pushing that back a couple days because apparently we didn't. So Kickstarter was kind of like an unexpected success.
September 15th. Let me just take over because Brian's gonna go off on a tangent. September 15th is when we're planning the Indiegogo.
Gotcha.
You motherfucker.
Don't worry, my wife just came in because she needed a pillow.
Because your ass is sleeping on the couch.
No
Have a
way,
good
man. I
night.
purchased that hat. I purchased that bed.
Sleep
No,
where I want. It's my house.
My house, my rules.
no. I don't think I've ever slept on the couch. If anything, I just the 20% of the bed I normally get goes down to like 10%.
I've slept on the couch.
Not me.
Actually, I think one time she was like, "You sleep on the couch." I was like, "Fine." I wanted to watch a movie that you don't want to watch, so this is perfect.
I want to play games
My
anyway.
PlayStation's out there. There's movies that you don't want to watch. This is great, and I got a whole place to myself.
Easy peasy night. And then you
Shit, I
sleep
don't have
like
to fight
couch
for a blanket.
cold and alone.
Exactly. And then she's like, "Okay, fine, actually sleep." It's like, no,
Yeah, no, good.
I've got a movie to watch.
Crying by yourself at night.
Zithron says, "My house, my rules till the camera turns off." Yeah, once the camra turns off, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, babe."
Oh, this
How are
poor
you?
guy. We've totally.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. All right. Art of Reese says, "Make your bed." I made the bed right before the stream so that I wouldn't get any shit. All right. I got to bounce. Guys, thank you guys so much. We're going to have to do this again. I had a blast. Everyone, I'm going to put the links to their stuff one more time in the chat. Go follow Rags and get ready for September 15th for their Indiegogo.
I'll,
Yeah. Hey, wife! Don't give my boy shit.
I'm gonna.
They say,
Oh,
"Please
fuck.
don't give me shit for going for too long."
All right, I'm gonna put a temp link out there.
He's
If
going
any-
on the couch. He's going on the couch. He's going on the couch.
Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm gonna drop this link if people are interested in video games and want to come together and play video games and have suggestions for video games. I'm gonna drop my Discord link. This link expires in 24 hours.
If you can't do the link, you can put it in the private channel, but I'll put it in for you.
I think I dropped it.
Oh, in
Easy
the pri-
peasy.
Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, everyone. Remember to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. We'll see you guys next week. Go follow these two creators. They're freaking wild. And join Brian's OnlyFans account, and you might get some feet pics. All right, peace out.